Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Matthew Ertz, and if you are someone that's new to credit cards or is looking at getting your first one, this is the video for you. I'm going to be going over the 5 biggest credit card tips I would give all beginners out there. Let's get after it. The number one tip I would give all beginner credit card users, whether you already have your first card or you're looking for your first one or another one, is find a card that fits you right. What I mean by this is find what your biggest spending categories are and pick a card that can help you support those categories. If I'm someone that's going to be spending a lot of money on dining and groceries, I'm not going to go out and pick a travel card. Or maybe if I am someone that's traveling, that would be a great option. Essentially, find a card that fits you and your spending habits. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't have to be a perfect match. Just pick a card that will help you start, but also make sure that you're maximizing all your benefits early on too. The second biggest tip I would give all credit card beginners is to treat your credit card like a debit card. By this, I mean spend what you have and only what you have. If I'm given a credit limit of $3,000 on my first card and I see some new MacBook Pro that I want to purchase, maybe that's not the best idea to purchase it just because you have the option to buy it on credit. Instead, I'd only buy things that you can. Maybe you only have $500 in your bank that you can spend on your debit card. Great. Treat your credit card as if you only have $500 there too. This will set you up for good credit card habits down the road and make sure that you're not overspending in any way, shape, or form. The third biggest tip I would give all credit card beginners is to pay your bill off fully and on time every single month. This sounds very easy and self-explanatory, but a lot of people miss this. If I'm someone that's going to spend $300 on my credit line, at the end of that month, I better be ready to pay my $300 that I used on time and in full. There will be an option to use only part of it towards a minimum payment that is due at that month. However, don't fall for this trap. At the end of the day, that will just start your bad credit spending habits, and eventually you'll find that you've dug yourself into a hole most likely. Pay what you owe, pay it on time, and you'll be set up for success and won't ever have to worry about interest fees. The fourth biggest tip for credit card beginners is keeping track of your spending each and every month. Whether that's through a custom budget sheet or an Excel table, or maybe through an app such as Mint, I'd recommend just tracking all of your spending. That way you don't have any extra fees or things that you are forgetting to pay off, whatever it may be. This will help you just make sure that when you do have to pay your credit card, you have everything accounted for and there's not an extra $40 subscription that you forgot about that will send you over the edge. By simply just tracking everything that you spend, first you might catch some extra things that you don't need to be spending on, but most importantly, you'll know what your payment will be due, what that amount will be at the end of each month, and that way you don't miss a payment, you are on time and in full with every single payment. Once again, sounds very easy. A lot of people mess it up. Make sure you track what you spend and pay it on time. The number 5 tip I would give all credit card beginners is just to be cautious and aware of your credit utilization. Credit utilization is determined by taking the credit that you've used, dividing it by the total credit limit that you have. If my credit limit for each month is $1,000 and I've spent $950 at the end of that month, my credit utilization percentage would be 95%. This is honestly way too high. You want to keep your credit utilization much lower. Probably, I'd highly recommend below 30% at minimum, but I keep it even closer to 20 or 10% if possible. When you get a higher credit utilization, banks will see that as maybe you're taking on too many charges and maybe you can't pay it off. This is a huge red flag for them, and they will actually negatively affect your credit score. Basically, spend what you have. Once again, don't overload your credit cards. Don't hit your max payments, because at the end of the day, that's just gonna hurt you down the road. It might not initially, but later down the road, you're gonna struggle to pay those off. There you have it. Those are the 5 credit card tips I would give all beginners. If you're someone that's looking for your first card and wants some suggestions, let me know down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep coming out with the content. I appreciate it. See you guys.